High backlift, high follow through, high 6.
Now a sweep for 4 that carries him to 199. So Brian Lara within 1 of his 7 double 100, carries the West Indies past 400.
Well, no wonder they're jubilant. He's timed both of those shots absolutely perfectly.
There it is. Acclaim all around the ground from supporters of both teams and supporters of neither.
I'm not sure I've ever seen Brian Lara jump and punch the air like that before. It's been a tough time for him this series. He came into it with some good form behind him in South Africa, even though the team itself was struggling. The England bowlers have really made him work hard for the previous 3 test matches. This is payback time now for Brian Lara. 200 not out, 391 minutes, 22 fours and 1 6. It's been fabulous to watch. It's just a mark of his class, a mark of his talent that he's been able to come back here, not just make 60 or 70, or not just make what you might call an ordinary 100, but he's shown just how hungry he still is by going to 200 now. One has the feeling there's still plenty of petrol left in the tank as well.
No third man. Another 51 overs for the day scheduled after this. Couple more for Lara. We did have a match here not too long ago, India versus West Indies, a couple of seasons back, when only 2 innings were completed in the entire match. Very high scoring game. All 11 Indians bowled in the West Indies innings, which was the second of the match. Pitch not dissimilar to this. Lara goes after him, but he just gets the single out to deep cover. Chiscotic in his 6th over now, none for 15. West Indies push on, force 17 for 4.
Looks, David, as though Lara's there for the long haul.
Well, he's in the zone, isn't he? Into 200s. He's got lots of time to bat, as long as he wants, really. A bit early to talk about records, but he plays that well. We talk about premeditated sweeps, but he doesn't miss any. And he can play all sorts of different sweeps. Very strong, powerful shots, and then that little paddle there just gets him a single, ticks the board over. But it's a good experience, is this, for Gareth Batty. He must be thoroughly enjoying this, bowling against one of the greatest players there's ever been.
Not a dot ball this time, but only 1.
He's very much in the bubble, he's in the zone. He's done all the hard work, and he's making up now for lost time in 3 test matches where he's not scored.
Takes the single. England tactics are fairly obvious. Get Lara away from the strike. He hasn't faced many deliveries in the last few overs. Just 12 deliveries Lara's faced in the last 9 overs. So 7 overs have been bowled at Ryan Hines, while just 2 have been bowled at the West Indies captain. The field is widespread, with Batty about to bowl to Brian Lara. Lara on 209, just surveying the leg side field.
Hey! He's changed his mind here. Looks as if he's going to come down the pitch and go over the top again. Keeps his back foot anchored.
He's down the track this time. Go and look for that one.
Had a little chassis the previous delivery and decided against it this time. Excellent footwork, chat between these two. There's not a lot you can do. Yeah, 6 all the way. Watch this.
Change of mind again.
It's great to watch this, and I'll say again, this is good for his education as a spin bowler. 215, come and have a bowl.
Well, that's a terrific response from Batty. It's a very rare false stroke from Lara. Lara's objective here is to blast the spinner out of the attack so that Vaughan can't use him straight after tea. Get some of those seam bowlers even more tired than they already are, and then there'll be rich pickings for everybody during the closing 90 minutes of play.
It's a lovely piece of bowling that from Gareth Batty. After he's been hit for 6, he went wide on the crease. Lara's come down again and deceived him on the angle that he bowled. He's fortunate to get an outside edge and pick up a couple. 9 runs off the over so far, and he's not done a thing wrong. Excellent average. I just wonder whether people around the ground and at home are thinking, well, is this another record? Is he on target? He's got 219. It's a long, long way away. Anybody want to bet against it? This is a good pitch. It's a cracker. Ball is slightly old. England are bowler down. Been out there for nearly 2 days.
That's very clever.
Well, it's another of those sweeps that we were mentioning earlier. He can play anywhere. This is almost slow motion as he gets down and plays it very, very, very late. Rolls his wrist, keeps the ball down. It's just a paddle.
So confident of playing that ball off the stumps. Field will change now for Ryan Hines.
And another sweep. Pitch is just outside leg stump, I think.
444 for 4.
Doesn't miss with any of those. Highest scores at St John's here in the test matches. He's got the top 2, Lara, Jimmy Adams, Carl Hooper, Viv.
A fine sweep again. Hussain.
Nasser saying out in the deep he won't like all this throwing. He's not got the strongest arm. He's pretty good on the square itself, shine at the stumps, but he doesn't like this.
West Indies 449 for 4. Brian Lara still there, 224 not out. Another astounding innings from the West Indies captain on his favourite pitch of all.
No slip. Cut away by Lara. That's a deliberate shot by Lara. And away to the boundary. Big space between the keeper and a fine gully.
And England still tinkering around in that slip cordon. Where should he be? It's a lottery, really. Do we fancy a first slip or a third slip? I'm not so sure he does play this. It's a real roll of the wrist. Yeah, I think you're right, he probably does. He's seen the gap.
That's a fine shot. He's got it away. He's tried to find the gap on several occasions, and Lara has finally got through the covers. He's hit a number of fours through there. As we saw earlier, he'd found the field on a few occasions. This time he gets a boundary. Hines is not being able to do so. Too short.
3 words: short, wide, 4.
Brian Lara 375 on this ground, of course. That was the highest score in Test cricket history before Matthew Hayden got his 381 against Zimbabwe in Perth last year. Well, his right arm over the wicket. Umpire Darrell here might have considered that. Little encouragement now for England.
Pitched outside leg for me. We'll have a see. Armisen full of length. No great pace, only 83 miles an hour. We'll see where this pitch is. You can tell now. Way outside. Once the ball pitches outside that leg stump, can't be out LBW.
Well, that's a wonderful response from Lara. Short into the pull shot, 4 through mid-wicket. Good contest.
Yeah, it looks like he's got his eye in again. He's short again. On it in a flash, Brian Lara, through mid-wicket. Not square of the wicket, it's through mid-wicket.
No timing on this one. Just the single for it. Ends the over. 474 for 5. Lara's 239. Played that sweep shot very well today. Armisen with work to do, as he's had work to do during the course of the match quite a lot on the boundaries, and done it very well. But Lara sprints through for 2.
It's been fascinating and terrific to watch him play this shot. Look at the high back lift again. Comes from high. Gets on top of the ball, back lift high there, and then comes down on the ball, rolls his wrists. He doesn't miss one.
And Gareth Batty will continue to Lara. And that'll be 4. Good use of the feet from Lara. Struck one early in the day on the opposite end of the ground for 6.
And straight down the ground, makes it a totally safe shot. There's never a fielder straight down. You might have long off, you might have long on. Brian Lara quite deliberately hits it straight down the ground. Excellent footwork, excellent control.